Most websites don't struggle because they're missing information. They struggle because they're trying to say too much and none of it is landing. Hi, I'm Stephanie Marie. I'm a web designer for women entrepreneurs that are living out their calling. And this is episode 4 of the Website Message Makeover series. If you haven't yet, download the workbook that goes along with this series. It's called the 30-Minute Marketing Message Makeover, and you can find the link in the description below. And if you've been following along, you should be starting to see your message come together. Today, we're talking about what your dream client, your person actually needs to hear, because that's what turns your message into something that builds trust. Here's where a lot of people get stuck in their messaging. They try to say everything, every service, every benefit, every result, every qualification that they have. And what ends up happening is that none of it lands. People are going to bounce within 2 seconds. They're not going to know if this is for me, and they're not going to know what action to actually take. So the most connected marketing and messaging is built around one core message, one belief, one truth, and one thing you come back to over and over again because it's the heartbeat of everything that you do. And here's the beautiful thing. You probably already know what your message is. It's the one thing that you say in every client communication or conversation. The truth you come back to when someone is doubting themselves. The belief you built through your own story that now quietly shapes who you serve and how you serve. It might sound something like this. You don't have to have everything figured out before you start, or your story is not a liability, it's your greatest asset, or the work you do matters more than most people know, and it deserves to be seen. Whatever your message is, it's not a tagline, it's a conviction. And when you build your marketing and your messaging around it, it stops feeling like content and starts feeling like a calling. Your dream client needs to hear your core message before she is ready to work with you. Because trust isn't just built through features and testimonials alone, it's built through shared belief. When she reads your words and thinks, yes, that's exactly how I feel and what I believe too, you're already establishing something most businesses never do. And this is true for any service-based business, or any product-based business, any business. Your core message is a thread that runs through your coaching methodology, your photography style, your teaching philosophy, your creative process. When you name it clearly, your dream client can recognize herself in it. And that recognition is what turns a stranger into a follower and then into a client. So how do you do that? There are 3 questions that you can ask yourself. What do you wish someone had told you during your hard season? So we're going back to the hard season and the struggle there. 2, what truth do you keep coming back to when you're serving others? 3, what do you say on repeat in your DMs and your conversations and your content because you just can't help yourself? So write those down, write the answers to those questions down in 1 or 2 sentences, and that is your marketing message. Everything else is just an expression of it. So from my own message and from my own story, here's my example. The message that runs through everything that I do is this: you have outgrown nothing that God hasn't already prepared a next season for. Your presence, your brand, your website, your voice should reflect the fullness of who you've become, not who you were 2 years ago. I say some version of this in most every conversation I have, because the woman that I am called to serve with are not behind. They are not failing. They are becoming. And their website just needs to catch up, or their messaging just needs to catch up to who they've become. That belief shapes every word that I write and every design choice that I make, every client experience that I build. It's not marketing, it's just what I believe. So here is your prompt that you can use to write out this message or this statement. I believe dot dot dot. Or you can start with you don't have to dot dot dot. Or you can start with here's what I want you to know. And just finish the sentence. Don't overthink it. Just write the first thing that comes to your heart rather than your mind. And then once you have that statement, that's your marketing message. That's the message that you share. Read it out loud and ask yourself, does it sound like you? Does it feel true to who you are? And if the answer is yes, you have it. And if no, just keep refining it. Keep writing things down. Once you have that statement, it becomes your brand voice. It lives on your homepage copy, on your about page, on your social captions or your bios, your email welcome sequence. When your core message is clear, every piece of content you write gets easier because you always know what you're really saying or what you need to say. I want to say this before we close that this statement, it will change over time as you grow as a business owner or as a woman. Your statement changes, your belief changes, your story changes, and the moments that shape you change you. So it will always be refined. So that concludes episode 4. When you understand what your person actually needs to hear, your message becomes more than just information. It becomes connection. So just a reminder, there's a workbook that goes along with this series, and you can download it using the link in the description below. And if you're enjoying this series, please subscribe and follow me so you don't miss any of the episodes. And if you're ready to bring your message into your own website, my 3-day website application is linked in the description below. In episode 5, we're going to pull everything together into a message you actually use. And I will see you there.